Hello everyone. I hope you are doing good and doing great. So let discuss one more important topic into the programming language, that is the parallel programming. You can see into the slide. We our topic today is parallel programming. So most of the developer are want to learn the parallel programming, but they are not aware like where and how to start the thing. So in this video, I am trying to give the some of the important information so that any developer or any person who are not aware on the parallel programming or is the semi knowledgeable person also can start the things. So what is the parallel programming? So, as per the definition, to complete the task in effective and the faster way, we need to divide the task in sub and sub of subtask. You mean to say, like if we have the one big task and in the big task we can divide into the subtask, then it is easy to understand and easy to make process. So the parallel programming help here to do this type of activity. So the best example here is in the computer we have the core. So we have you someone or anyone definitely heard about the 4 core, 5 core, 8 core and all. So this core are basically used to processing of our data or any of the information based on our instruction. So this is the one thing. Now coming on to the next things is the advantage. What is the advantage basically? So I already mentioned it is very fast to processing. The second one is increase efficiency and resource to achieve quick result, because we are dividing the things into the small task. And after that, the complete utilization of memories for processing. So what I mentioned is the core wise, like 4 core, 5 4 core, 8 core, 6 core and all. So we can based on our requirement and all, we can utilize the resources using this parallel programming. And after that, there's a resource management which I already covered, like based on our need and all, we can manage the resources. So disadvantages. So disadvantage is like we know that through the definition it is straightforward, like we are dividing the task into the subtask. So it's for the definition wise is straightforward, but it is very difficult or little bit difficult to understand the parallel architecture programming. So we need to spend a little bit quality time onto this one to achieve this expertise on through this topic. And the second one is also need to learn the resources, like how we and utilize the core and all, because that is also come while during the programming, actual programming. And sometime we are facing some issue or that failure of the function. So we are trying to debug the things using some of the id. For example, there is a Visual Studio I'm using here. So in the Visual Studio we are using the F10 or F11. So it is sometime it is difficult to debug the things, like we are into the parallel mode. So when we are going into the one of the function, the same on the same stage or the same time, the another function is also the execute going into the execution. So it is directly jump onto that another function. So it is tricky to debug the things. So coming on to this one, the next one is the practical use of parallel programming. So this parallel programming is used into the big type of project. Like right now, we heard about the data science and all. So I already made one of the video onto the data science. You can take the reference from there. What is the data science and all? So in the data science, we have the big like calculation we need to do while processing the data. So in that type of programming we need to use the parallel programming. And research type of project, because for the research we also need to manage our time. So this we can manage through the parallel programming. And big data analysis, so like the best example is the Hadoop and all. So this carry the big data. So to for the parallel processing we need this parallel programming, otherwise it will take too much time and all. And like sometime you can see also when we are doing the synchronous programming, so it is taking too much time, and the end result is always the same, like if either you are using the synchronous or asynchronous mode, but the difference is the time consumption. So to make the time utilization, we are using this parallel programming. So now we are taking the live example, there we will see what is the difference or what is how much time is taken in the synchronous mode versus parallel programming, and versus the async and await, because async or await is also one of the way to achieve this thing. So let's jump onto the one of the article which is written by someone, so we can go through this one. And this article URL I will also ping into the, or I also put into the chat box. So there's some couple of URL I also put there. So for the deep understanding and all, you can take the reference and do the needful there. So let's move on to the uh, example site. So if you see into the example, we are basically looking out one of the one of the approach, like we have the 2 to 10 lakhs of uh, number. So from there we need to find the prime number. So one is a, this is a synchronous way. To how to we are doing the synchronous ways, actually you can see this one is the sum of the method. You can take a look there. I will quickly jump onto the result side. So in the result you can see this one. So total prime number we found is this much, and how much processing time is took is this much, 5895 millisecond. Now we are doing the same example with the TPL. So in the TPL it means the parallel programming. So if you see in the parallel programming, we are using the system dot threading dot task, and here we are using parallel dot 4, and these things we are divided into the 10 chunks. So we have the 10 lakhs of record, and this one I divide into the 10 chunks. And after that we are processing one by one the chunk. So you mean to say, like, we have the sum of the core, like core 5, or core 4, or core 6, or core 8. So based on core I divided the things into the chunks. You mean to, you can correlate with the definition subtask. So there is a 10 subtask we are creating from the main task. And after the processing, you can see this one, like we found the same number of prime number, because there's a, like, the result wise there's no difference, only difference will come into the processing time. You can see the processing time 1759. It's a very less than the synchronous programming. If you see, the synchronous programming is the 5895 millisecond, and it's a, I think, fourth time of the synchronous programming. Now like this number, you can, they also mention, like, the number is 220. It seems to my computer cannot be run faster in the processing. This one, my computer processes 2.2 gigahertz quarter core Intel Core i7. So what it means is, like, he dividing the task 10 like one task to the 20 task, because in the example we divided into the 10 tasks, but the result is same. And the similarly he divided the main task into 20 tasks, but result is more or less is same, because he have the some limitation in the computer. So if the high processing computer is, the number will go lesser. Now coming on to the third, also the synchronous or await things. So if you see, the difference, main difference is that we are using the async here in the main, and when we are using the async, then we need to use the await also. Otherwise it will give the answer, because it's a use, both we need to use in the same. And if we are using the parallel programming, there is no type of async and await. And here when we are going down, yeah, so async await, and the result wise, if we see it, it the processing time it took is 1987. It's a little bit less, but not bad things. So we can take a deeper look into this example. I put this information into the chat box. You can take a look, and parallelly I will put the couple of more information regarding this parallel programming. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will try to make some more video again about these things, so it will be easy to understand, and you can put some example while giving the interview or the other or in your journal project. I hope you enjoyed this video, and will let's meet again into the another video. Thanks uh, thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye.